This is Herman Brooks. Herman is just like the rest of us. Every day he has to make all kinds of decisions. Like what to wear, whom to date, and when to panic. Now, these decisions should be easy, but if you take a look inside Herman's head, you'll see why he sometimes has trouble making up his mind.
I'm Herman's intellect. Without me, he couldn't hold his job, pay his rent, or tie his shoes.
I'm Herman's sensitivity. Without me, he wouldn't feel tenderness, honesty, or love. The good things in life.
I'm Herman's anxiety, and I keep him out of trouble. And believe me, there's trouble everywhere.
I'm Herman's lust. Without me, he'd miss out on all the good stuff. You know, fun, food, babes.
Sometimes they agree. Usually they don't. But this struggle is going on inside all of us. And it's all going on inside Herman's head.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, Hetty, I'm so sorry. Was today your coronation?
For your information, Peter, the senior editor that I'm dating, took me to a gala at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. We danced all night long to Harry Connick Jr., and then we ended up at Paul Simon's house for a champagne breakfast. What did you do, Herman?
Fell asleep watching Beastmaster on cable.
You wild man.
Mr. Bracken, how's that Russell Boswell article coming?
Same as it was when you asked me 5 minutes ago, Herman.
Can't believe you're actually checking an article by Russell Boswell.
Who cares about this Boswell guy? I do. He's the reason we wanted to be a writer. He expressed the rage of an entire generation. That's it? Why can't we have a real hero like Doug Diermeyer, linebacker for the Cleveland Browns? What's so great about that lummox? I'll tell you. One game he lost his helmet, so he shaved his head, painted it orange, and then played the entire second half that way. Thank goodness he didn't lose his cup. At least he's no wuss writer. This wuss writer ran with the bulls in Spain, climbed Everest, and killed a crazed rhino with a Swiss Army knife. And not one of those big, expensive ones with a spoon and all that crap, but a little thin one you find on a keychain.
That's the most ridiculous conversation I've ever heard. There are real heroes in this world. Mother Teresa in India, Albert Schweitzer in Africa.
Peter Lorre in Casablanca.
Herman, how are you coming with that 10-part series?
I'm finishing up part 4, sir, The Mystery of Larva. And barring suicide attempts, I should have it for you by the end of the week.
Good.
Yo, here they are. 2 tickets for tonight's game. Dietermeyer and the Browns. Oh, ready for the best part? We're in the owner's box with Robert De Niro and Bill Murray.
That's terrific. How'd you get him?
Someone with connections scored them for me, but Herm, I gotta be honest, we got really reamed on the price.
That's okay. It's worth it. I pay any price to show Hetty. She's not the only one with connections.
I also got you a copy of the Boswell article.
No one has this. This I can throw in Hetty's face.
By the way, Jay, I need that article. When you're done, I promise it's Ted Kennedy.
What's that, Herman?
It's a copy of the Russell Boswell article. This guy is my hero. This guy is a legend. This guy is standing right in front of me.
Where's Paul Bracken? What's the matter? Whore got your tongue?
Excuse me, but do you have an appointment?
It's all right. We're old friends.
You almost had me fooled there, but you made one small mistake. Mr. Bracken has no friends.
Louise, what's going on out here?
Are you Bracken?
Who wants to know?
Word on the street is you're the one who killed my story.
It is true. I advised our legal department it would be unwise to publish the article at this particular point in time.
Whew, this guy's one pedantic son of a bitch.
Louise, are you in this conversation?
It would seem so.
Please, sit down.
Love to.
Why did you kill my article?
You have no proof that Senator Harris has been stealing state money.
Look, that crook Harris is about to get reelected. If you don't okay my article, I'll be the guy
I think it's best you leave now, Mr. Boswell, before I call building security and have you escorted out.
You haven't seen the last of me. Guys, stop putting quarters in this man. You're wasting your money.
What the hell are you staring at? Don't you talk?
Excuse me, you have some nerve talking to people like that. You think just because you've got a reputation you can be rude to everyone. Well, I don't appreciate your macho writer routine.
Who are you?
Louise Spitzer.
You are some little pistol. Dance with me.
Don't change the subject.
Look, Louise, I'm sorry if I got a little carried away. Tell you what, how about you let me make it up to you?
Goodbye, Mr. Boswell.
Goodbye, my little chicklet. Wait. Now remember, if Miss New Jersey is unable to fulfill her duties, you step right in.
Come on, let's go. This man's our hero.
Our hero's Doug Dietermeyer.
Newsflash, we don't weigh as much as Doug Dietermeyer's neck. And we will never play professional football. And we are not going to open a leper colony in Calcutta. And no one in their right mind wants to be Peter Lorre in Casablanca. However, we can be a great writer. So let's go talk to our hero.
Mr. Boswell, I'm a big fan of yours.
Harpo speaks.
Sorry, it's just that I'm a writer and I wanted to get a chance to talk to you before you left.
What'd you want to say?
Thanks for that tip about Bracken. I've lost $6 or $7 in that 1 year alone.
Not bad, kid. I always have time to talk to bright young writers. How about tonight? We could have dinner.
Wait a minute. What about the game tonight?
Sorry, we have an opportunity to dine with a Pulitzer Prize-winning writer, and we are not going to pass it up. What? How? Well, that's enough for today. Tomorrow we'll work on forming complete sentences.
That sounds great.
Chez Michelle, 8 o'clock. And make sure you bring along that little ball of fire, Louise.
That man is disgusting. I don't ever want to see him again.
You're absolutely right. Louise, what are you doing for dinner tonight?
How'd I let you talk me into this, Herman?
Come on, Louise. He's one of the most important writers of the 20th century.
You want me to wear a tie? Fine, I'll wear a tie. Give me your tie. Hey, this guy's not wearing a tie. Ah, my little clean peach. You look stunning.
Please don't talk to me.
Louise, you rebuffed me.
In order to rebuff you, I'd have to buff you first. And trust me, there's no chance of that.
Perhaps a quart of bourbon will change your mind. A bottle of bourbon and 3 straws. Herman, how do you feel about heavy drinking?
How do you feel about projectile vomiting?
I'm for anything that mixes things up. First rule of journalism. You want to be a writer, you got to make things happen. Now, what about you, Herman? You going to be a fact checker all your life?
I hadn't planned on it.
Then for God's sake, quit! Travel. Right.
That sounds great. What am I going to do about rent?
Rent? When I was your age, I lived in an old army duffel bag that saw 5 continents, 4 wars, and 3 divorces. God, I'd give my left testicle to be where you are.
It's a little drastic. Why don't we just change seats?
Boswell.
Senator Harris. I thought they required a jacket and morals to get in here.
You think following me around everywhere I go is going to prove anything?
It proves you're afraid I might find something out.
Face it, Boswell, you're all washed up.
Maybe. But you steal too much.
I'm warning you. Stay away.
Wow. I got to tell you, that was a lot better than watching Beastmaster on cable.
Herman, Louise, how'd you two like to help me nail that sleaze bag?
Nail?
I gotta go make a call. Be ready to go when I get back.
I don't know about you, Herman, but I'm not going anywhere with that maniac.
I agree with Louise. This guy looks pretty unstable.
You're right. I don't like him either, and I've got my reasons.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm starting to warm up to this guy, and I have my reasons.
He's loud, drunk, and disgusting.
Hey, she took my reasons.
I don't care what anyone says, we're going.
Louise, it's a totally liberating experience. How many chances do you get to go on an adventure with a brilliant, history-making, psychotic, Pulitzer Prize-winning writer?
All right, I'll do it. Let's go make history.
I swear, I'm always losing my damn key. Thanks a bunch, hon.
Boy, writing's definitely got its perks.
Price is no object when someone else is picking up the tab.
This from a man who's exposing corruption.
I like you. I like you.
Herman, get him away from me.
Help yourselves to anything you want. I'll be right back. Hell, have a cigar.
Brandy, Louise?
Well, I've never had it before. What's it taste like?
Let's put it this way, Louise. It's flammable.
Give me a snootful. You're not actually going to smoke that thing, are you?
Yeah, why not? Then one day I can say I spent a night smoking a cigar with Russell Boswell.
This is too cool.
How's that cigar, Herman?
Well, it's killing the taste of the brandy.
Give me one. Torch me, Herman. Ah, this is living. Where are the broads?
You know, I've dreamed of being a writer like this, Louise. The hotel rooms, the booze, the adventure.
You were right, Herman. I'm starting to feel liberated.
Isn't it great, Louise? Like something exciting is going to happen in your life. All you got to do is be open to it.
I'm open, Herman. I'm open.
What's going on?
What are you doing in Senator Harris's hotel room?
Senator Harris's hotel room.
Shut up. Keep an eye on Frank.
Some adventure, Herman.
It's all right. Boswell's in there. He'll explain everything.
Looks like they're alone.
Hey, thanks again for bailing me out.
No problem. Sorry it took so long, but you weren't the only one in cuffs last night.
Yeah. When I called, I heard the screaming in the background. I hope she wasn't too angry with you.
Don't worry about it. Sort of the whole point.
What a night I had.
Hetty, I don't want to hear about it. I had a pretty rough night myself.
Oh, what's the matter? Your cable go out?
No, I was arrested for breaking and entering last night. I was handcuffed, thrown in jail, deloused, and strip searched.
Look at this, Herman. It's in the newspaper. Drunken cigar-smoking couple found in Senator's room.
Louise, I am so sorry about this.
I spent last night in jail, Herman. The slammer, the clink, the who's gal. I was forced to share my grub with a short-haired woman named Chuck.
Did you run into anyone from the cast of Different Strokes?
Hey, they're talking to a woman who's done hard time, so watch it.
Oh, I'm real scared of you now, Louise.
Not me. Chuck gets out in 2 days. She'd do anything for me.
Herman, I read the news today.
Oh, boy.
Bonnie, would you excuse me? I'd like to speak to Clyde.
Anything you can say to him, you can say to me.
All right. What the hell were you two thinking?
I think this is between you and Herman.
You know this company does not look favorably on this kind of press.
It's not doing much for me either.
Herman, I want you to straighten this out and stay out of the paper.
What now, Herman?
It's okay. Don't worry, Louise. I think the worst is over.
Senator Harris.
No, forget Senator Harris. Guy's nothing but a corrupt, lying, thieving snake.
He's standing right behind you.
And damn it, he's got my vote. Senator Harris, I was just talking about you.
May I have a word with you two outside now?
I'm so sorry, Senator, about your rug. I had a lot to drink and the policeman scared me.
Forget about that. Boswell was with you two last night, wasn't he?
Senator, this whole thing is a mistake.
A very important ledger was stolen from my hotel room. Now, either that ledger is returned to me, or I swear I'll crush you both like bugs. I'll destroy your life without batting an eye.
This guy's a weenie.
He'd be on the floor if Boswell were here.
Well, Boswell isn't here, is he? Where's your hero now?
He's running scared to save his own skin. Got to admit, I like his style.
We don't know anything about a ledger.
Look, kids, you're way out of your league here. I'm one mean son of a bitch. You do not want to mess with me.
Okay, you broke me. I'll talk. I'll sing like a canary.
Louise.
You want your ledger back? We'll get it back to you. I can get to Boswell. He wants me.
That's more like it. I'm glad to see you guys are going to play ball.
Whatever we do, we're not playing ball with this scum.
Absolutely.
Positively. Batter up,
I'm scared, Herman.
Well, Louise, we're going to find Boswell and talk to him. I'm sure he'll straighten this whole thing out. And one day we'll look back on this and see it for the great adventure it was.
Louise, Chuck's on the phone. She wants to know if you can pick her up Thursday at the East Gate.
I told you we'd find him. You'll see, Louise. As soon as I explain what happened, he'll clear everything up.
He'd better, Herman, because they're not getting me back to the big top alive.
Louise, that's a circus.
Oh.
Relax. Once we talk to Boswell, it'll all be straightened out. I'm telling you, we can trust this guy. Mr. Boswell.
Do I know you?
We're off to a bad start.
What do you mean, do I know you? It's me, Herman Brooks, from last night.
I don't get it. How come he's pretending he doesn't know who we are? Don't panic. I'm sure this is part of some larger plan, some greater scheme.
So, Mr. Boswell, is this part of some larger plan or some greater scheme?
Beat it, pal.
Yeah, excuse me, everyone. For those of you who have been following the Senator Harris incident, there was one key name omitted by the papers.
Hey, Herman.
So now you remember my name. Well, maybe in a second you'll start remembering last night.
Boy, you got some set of stones on you. Sit down. I'll give you 5 minutes.
We need that ledger, Boswell, or Senator Harris is going to throw us in jail, and frankly, I don't have the bills for it.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. You're both first-time offenders. They'll go easy on you.
Boswell, I was counting on you to help us out.
I thought this was the kind of life you wanted.
Yeah, the life of a writer, not a felon. Now, you are going to give back that ledger because I'm not going to jail for a crime I didn't commit.
Let me spell it out for you. That ledger is the proof I need. I hooked the big one, Brooks. I ain't throwing it back. Second rule of journalism. When you're on the back nine of your career, anything goes.
I got one card left to play, Herman, and damn it, I'm playing it. Mr. Boswell, I think each of us has something the other one wants.
I'll tell you what, Louise. I know this little island where a woman's screams of passion wouldn't be heard by another living soul. When this whole thing blows over, I'm taking you there.
The man is a rock.
I can't believe you do this to us.
Look at it this way, Brooks. Now you got something to write about.
Boswell!
I guess I owe everyone an apology. I seem to have misjudged Mr. Boswell. I'm sorry.
I don't want to go to jail, Herman.
Louise, I'm not going to let you go to jail. Don't worry. I'll figure something out.
Are you absolutely sure you want to do this?
Yeah, I got Louise into this. It's up to me to get her out.
Can you tell us what's going on here?
Please, Mr. Brooks will make a brief opening statement, and then he'll field any questions you may have.
Who are you?
I'm Jay Nichols, Mr. Brooks' opening act. I'll be doing a medley of tunes from the Jerry Herman songbook.
What's going on here?
Press conference.
Press conference.
Is that Herman Brooks?
No.
Then who the hell is this?
It's Paul Bracken. That's B-R-A-C-K-E-N. Out of my way. Herman, you want to tell me what's going on here?
Oh, sir, you're early. I was hoping to be finished with this arrested and arraigned before you got back from lunch.
I thought I said no more publicity.
Yes, you did, sir. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a press conference.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, this is Herman Brooks.
Hi, a few days ago, I was arrested in Senator Harris's hotel room with a young woman named Louise Spitzer. I was acting without her knowledge or approval. Ms. Spitzer's only crime, if it can be called that, was being naive. Gullible, unsophisticated, simple-minded.
Where are you going with this, Herman?
Yeah, what I'm saying is, I acted alone. I am the only guilty party. There was no one else involved. Any questions?
I have one. When did you first become aware of the senator's misdealings? And if you're the one responsible for stealing his ledger, why do I have it? And one last question. Where did you get such beautiful eyes?
You're going to be asked that question a lot where you're going.
Not bad, kid. I'm the man you're looking for. Herman and Louise are completely innocent. They are not responsible. In fact, they are totally uninvolved. Any questions?
Yeah, I have one question. Okay, why are you doing this?
Well, you kind of forced my hand, kid. I couldn't let you get all the attention. Third rule of journalism. Never let anybody steal your publicity.
My whole life, I wanted to be just like you. It's pretty disappointing to meet you and find out you're nothing but an opportunist and a crook.
You know, Brooks, I never asked to be your stupid hero.
I looked up to you. What about all the legends, all the stories, like the time you killed that crazed rhino with a little Swiss Army knife?
It wasn't a little Swiss Army knife. It was the big one with a spoon and all that crap. And I didn't use the knife to kill anything. I used it to jimmy the lock on my gun rack. And it was not a crazed rhino. It was a rabbit.
It was you, right?
Forget about other people being heroes, Brooks. Be your own hero. Live your own life.
Russell Boswell, you're under arrest.
Well, I hate to cut this fun short, but I gotta run.
That's Bracken.
How do you spell that?
B-R-A...
I'm going away for a while, my little dove bar. You gonna miss me?
Like an infection.
Herman, these press conferences are a great way to meet women. We gotta throw them more often.
Herman, that was a nice thing you did for Louise. I'm glad everything worked out.
Thank you, sir.
Now get back to work.
Wow. 1 minute, I'm getting ready to go to jail. The next minute, it's like none of this ever happened.
Okay, so the guy was psycho, but you gotta admit, that was 24 hours of pure adrenaline.
We handled this whole thing with real dignity. I feel very good about us.
You know, I don't mean to rub it in, but the whole second half without a helmet. Doug Biedermeyer, now there's a real hero.
No more heroes. They don't exist. There's no such thing as a hero.
Nothing on his head but paint.
I want to thank you, Herman.
Oh, don't mention it, Louise. It was nothing.
No, you were willing to go to jail to protect me. Not many people would do that. You're my hero, Herman.
Well, I'm just glad it's over, Louise.
Me too.
You know, it was pretty exciting for a while, but it's good to be back to the life of the dung beetle, part 5.
Research. She wants to know. I'll tell her. Louise, it's Chuck. She's at the East Gate and wants to know where the hell you are.
This Thursday night, join us for an all-new Simpsons. And then on Friday night, a special presentation for those of you in the audience who may be part human and part housefly. Seriously, this is a group of people now that has been long ignored by the television community. Not anymore, though, Bunky, with the world broadcast premiere of The Fly 2 on the Fox Friday night at the movies. And now, join Judy Tenuta and Father Guido Sarducci on the Sunday Comics Christmas Show next.